Hi, how you doing? How have you been? I trust you're doing well. It's really good to see you again. Um, what I'm going to be doing today is that um, I'm going to be sharing my story with you. I want to talk to you from my spirit, my soul, my journey. Who knows? You might be able to pick one or two things from it. For those who don't know me, my name is Opolopo Oluwadeyemi Haruna. I'm a lot of things, but most importantly, I'm a child of God. I felt like sharing my story, my journey because I'm in my age 40 era now. I just turned 40. I'm in my age 40 era, and it looked like yesterday. Like I'm 40. I don't even feel like 40 years old. April 4th is my birthday. I was born April 3rd, 1985 in Lagos Island, and I was the birth certificate was written on April 4th. So my birth certificate, what I have there is April 3rd, born on April 3rd, and the certificate was issued on April 4th. So I've always been using April 4th as my birthday. So I'm in my 40s. So I'm thinking, what do I do, at this time that I think would really, be cool, something, what can I do just to give back? And that's what, I want to share my story. I want to tell you, hey, how it has been for me since the time that I got to know myself, since the time that I got to know Okwe. I know myself a bit when I was in kindergarten, where I used to go to, a daycare sort of, and I was very small then, but I remember that I liked that daycare, or let me call it a kindergarten, that's KG or nursery school, where they give us beans and what's it called, beans and gari. So I'm a bit aware of that time, but I'm not that much aware than just the fact that they give us beans and gari, and I love the beans and gari a lot. So that was in Ijebu-Igbo, Ogun State. That was where I was at that age, and then it moved on to when I became a bit older. I was in Eketu, Lagos. Okay, I was with my mom in Ketu, Lagos. We lived in Oluwalugmo, Ketu, Lagos for many years, and then I was a good boy and a bad boy in a way, because I don't stay at home. I like to go out and play football. I love football a lot. So in my age, I was very aware in my age. I go to mosque. I know I go to mosque around age, I know my age, I think age 6, 7. But the one that I was so clear of most is my age 7. So in my age 7, something brought everything into life to me. I believe it's my birthday. My mom celebrated my 7th year birthday in a grand style, and I was so happy that day. I mean, everybody celebrated me. I love the fact that I was celebrated that big, that much. And then, it was really interesting because that's the first time I'm seeing that kind of thing happen to me. So a lot of people came. This was a big party. As a matter of fact, the party ran into the night. everywhere was dark. There was a lot of food to eat, drinks, music. That's the first time people were celebrating me, and I wore different clothes that my dad sent to me from, I think it was in Paris that time. So, and my mom gave me a lot of, the two shirt and trouser. I remember there was one yellow one that really fits me so well. I can remember the yellow right now. Age 7, and I changed different clothes, took a lot of pictures. A lot of people gave me gifts. I was really celebrated. My mom's friends from everywhere came, and it was really nice. So fast forward to when I was it was April 4th, my birthday again the following year, age 8. I was shocked that my mom on my birthday was just sleeping all through in the morning. Like, hey mom, it's my birthday. Won't you do anything? She told me she wouldn't do something anyway, but I thought it was a joke. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. That's my first. I believe that's my first heartbreak. So I was so heartbroken. Like, why wouldn't you celebrate me? I thought that you are supposed to just have the money to celebrate and just celebrate. I didn't know that it cost a lot of money and preparation and all that. I didn't know all that. I was just naively expecting to be celebrated, yearly like that. I just wanted my mom to celebrate my birthday the same way she did, the previous year. And it didn't happen. I was devastated. I cried. Oh God. So I remember that was what happened. That was like something I remember well in my age 8. And in my age 9, what do I remember well? I was in Maryland Comprehensive High School. I went to Monica Nursery and Primary School, K2. Ikosi K2. I know that I had a graduation ceremony that was really loud. I remember that time as well. I think that was age 8 that time. I think I was age 8 there. Yes, I think I was age 8. Because my education was really fast. So I think I had a double promotion at some point. I think age 3 to 5. I think so, because I was going to a lesson after school. There's a lesson teacher that I go to her place. It's quite far. I go there. A Ghanaian woman comes. It's Inyang. Teaches me particularly English language. So I learned a lot of English language from her, and it really helped me in school as well. So I go there because I also have one girlfriend there. I have a girl that I used to touch her lap at that time. Can you imagine? I don't miss it. I run when I come back from school. I run to the lesson because I want to meet that girl. I really like the girl a lot. So I can't remember how the girl looks like. I don't. But I know that what made me go to that lesson was not because I really wanted to just learn. Because I'm so playful. I'm going to play ball from morning till night. Play even in my dream. I was so playful. But I remember so well that I had a love interest in that lesson, which will make me to go like a mile or 2 miles. Run. I don't walk. I run all the time. I'm always running. So that was something I remember well in my age 7, 8. Okay, and then age 9, I was in a Maryland Comprehensive High School. What's it called? GSS 1. Okay. The school fees was really expensive. My mom had to sell her sewing machine to pay the school fees. My mom was pretty much the person who I saw at that time. And then with the first time, after the first term, it was time to pay the second term school fees, but my mom did not have money to pay the school fees. And then all efforts to try and get something from other places did not work. So what did she do? She took my clothes, packed my things, and then took me to Ogun State, Ijebu-Igbo, in my dad's family house in Ijebu-Igbo. I'm from Haruna Shola's family, that sang, the king of Apala music. So I got there in Ogun State, and then life started. Now, when life started there, it was really a shocker for me. I had a lot of shocker. Um, my mom disciplines me, but not the way I was being disciplined in that place. It was a different setting. And then I initially wasn't like that, because my uncles that I stayed with there, they love me so much. So when they tell me that, hey, this thing you're doing, I'm going to discipline you for it, I don't believe them, because I know how much they really love me. So the day they were going to discipline for the first time, I didn't believe it. I was like, you're actually beating me. That was what I was asking. Like, for real, you actually beat me. I can't believe that you can beat me. You see, even when they beat me, I was crying. I was saying that. I remember that very well. So I started school in Abusi Udum Academy, Jabugbo, Ogun State, JSS1. I was age 9 that time. So I had to juggle, shuffle school with home chores and training. I had to do personal training. There was a lot of training that went down in that family house. So it affected my schooling, my studies. I was not what's the word now? I was not able to get good grades, but I just kept going because I had to. There's no other thing to do. I'm in a different phase now. That's where I learned a lot. That's the foundation of my life. I was really spoiled. My mom kind of spoiled me because I was the only child that she had, and that's at that time. And then I was enjoying myself. But when I left her place, wow, I saw life differently. And then I had to adjust. So adjusting was not easy for me. It was really hard, but pressure builds diamonds. So it helped me to become a really strong person. It removed all the too much of playfulness in my life, and restored and replaced it with me being very disciplined. So I was there in Abusido Academy for 6 years, Genesis 1 to SS3. That's like 6 years, right? I remember the school was okay, was good. I met really good friends. One of my friends that I met in the school, I met him in SS1. He became my very good friend, Kola Wale Olayemi, Tosi Oluyemi. Who else did I meet who were really close? I think those two who were really close. There are a lot of people that I met, but these two people I was really close, to them. The school was good. What else? Finished secondary school. My results, I don't know. It was pretty okay, but I think I didn't have some. So I think it was maths. I can't remember what I didn't have. So I know that I had to go to Atlas College in Lagos to do a receipt. I can't remember how that really went. I was not in my from that moment when I had to shovel home chores and personal training with other things. My academics wasn't really going well. The only thing that helped me was my foundation in my nursery and primary school, in Monica Nursery and Primary School, K2. So, but I kind of scaled through. I pushed myself. I finished secondary school. Now it was time to go to higher institution. Now I came to Lagos. My mom was in Lagos, so I'm done with secondary school in Ogun State. So I moved to Lagos. So in Lagos, my mom did not have a place to stay. She had problem with accommodation and going through midlife crisis. There was a problem with her business. She sells what's it called, toilet roll in Apapa at that time, and she was doing well at some point, but I think the business had a problem and she couldn't keep up. So doing business, that business became a problem. So she had to begin to find other things to do. In the midst of that, she met someone who she was pregnant for, and then had a baby. I think I was in SS2 or SS1 then when she she called me or so, or let me know that she had a baby. And then she came to school at that time as well. She just came to visit me once. I think I was in GSS2. I think it was SS2 or SS1. I can't remember now. But she came, and it was really a big relief. I told her all the things I was going through, and So, what happened? I had to do a bricklayer work to feed in Ifako Bagada, Lagos. That was where we were staying. My mom's friend uncompleted building. That's where I and my mom was staying. We stayed in that uncompleted building for 1 year, and it was really crazy because it was inside the bush, so it was very risky. It was in the midst of the bush, and we were there. We just managing. And then a time came, the friend said that, hey, I want to use the place, you have to pack out. So we moved out from that uncompleted building, moved to another uncompleted building in that environment, and we stayed there for I think about almost 2 years as well. Almost 2 years. We stayed longer there than the previous one. So that was really a very risky place, because anything could have happened. It's an uncompleted building. We put what's it called, a wood to cover the window. I, my mom, and my sister. So my sister at that time was around 1 year, I think around 2 years old or so. So we're just managing in that place, and then to eat was a big problem. So what we do sometimes is that we will go to the neighbors and ask them for food in their house, and go to shops around where they are selling food, provisions, and ask them for food. It was really tough. It was really tough, but that's how we survived. My mom looked for jobs, she couldn't find. I also looked for a job, I couldn't find at that time. I remember I went to my mom was teaching in a school. I think she was getting around maybe 10,000 per month or 15,000. I can't remember. I think it was really very small. I also got a job as well as a teacher in a school around. I was teaching music, because when I was in secondary school in Lagos State, I learned how to play a guitar, conga, keyboard, drums. So I was a church boy. I was always in church, and I strived to learn all the instruments so that I can be part of the choir and become more valuable and useful in the choir as well. I sing as well. I do drama. I'm just the kind of kid that I want to always do my best all the time. Anywhere I am, I want to make sure I am very resourceful. I'm very contributes a lot anywhere I am. So I became a music teacher in that school. It's an after school hours. The proprietress of the school is called Mrs. Fumi Ogido. I never forget. I'm sure this is my age 15. I was age 15, between age 15 and 16 here. Just finished secondary school, and I was looking to what would I do next. So as I was doing that, I think I did for about 3 months or so. Before then, I remember my first job was I got a job. I can't remember how I got that job. I got the job in Bariga, Lagos. So I stayed in Ifako Bagada. So I go from there to Bariga, Lagos to do a depot. I work in a depot, Coca-Cola depot company. That was where my first work. I think the job was 5,000 per month. I can't remember, but the salary was really small. I remember the owner of the depot, very hardworking man, and it's crazy. So sometimes we'll be in the car, in the van, to go and drop the vehicle, drop the crate of mineral. I had to learn on the job how to carry the mineral, When I come back, I'll be so exhausted, but I have to go again. That's my first job. That's the first time I'm going to be earning salary. Although I have hawked before in Jabugbo instead, I hawk sweets. I think I hawk egg as well because my grandmother sells has a provision store, and say that we need to learn how to sell. So we go around, carry the things that we sell in the shop, and go around to sell. So again, why am I telling you my story? I'm telling my story because I see that some people would only see the glory and they will not know the story. And if you are able to know the story, it might probably help you to understand the glory or understand where this whole thing started from, and you might pick one or two things from it. People's story have helped me a lot as well, and I love hearing people's stories. I love hearing the background or the back end of what people see on the outside. So that's why I'm sharing my story with you. So as I was saying, I saw that I learned how to sell. As a very young boy, I go to I go to garage to sell sweets, and I initially was very hard, but I had to force myself. I have to learn. It was very, very, very tough in the beginning, but at the time I got used to it, and that was it. So, and then I worked in that Coca-Cola depot, and after that I now work in after school hours where I was teaching music. And then my friend Kola called me that, hey, we have started a school. We saw a school, instead of waiting for JAMB and all that, we saw a school called the Polytechnic Ibadan, where you can come in with your O level, and then you start OND, and that day I've started already. I said, wow, because he is somebody I know well, and he wants the best for me. I became restless. I said, I have to go to school. I have to go and join. My mom said, I don't have money. I said, okay, I'll go anyway. My church then is called Eternal Foundation. The name of the pastor is called Pastor Roland Takon. So this pastor, encouraged me. He gave me some money. I think it was 2,000 that time. I can't remember. And he told me to go and just, just have faith, and that somehow I will be able to find a way out there. So I went there, knowing nobody. I went to Jabugbo. I got there, and I saw my friend. My friend was staying with his uncle then. And then he said, I don't know where you're going to stay, but I have a friend as well that you might want to stay with. I said, come on, I don't have a choice. So we went to his own friend's house called Aliu or Simbo. So Aliu was the one who accommodated me, and it was so nice to me. He was one that accommodated. That was how I was going to have a place to stay, and I was staying there. And from there, I started working on how to get school fees to go and pay. I think it was 20,000 at that time, or 30,000. I can't remember, to pay school fees, to work, to do my admission and process and everything. So at that time they just started, so they were even allowing us to come to school without payment first, because they wanted to establish the school, and so we're going to school. But the time came, they kept on telling us, giving us the pressure that we have to pay school fees. So what I did was that I was going to a church then in Jabugbo called the Power of Resurrection Evangelical Ministries by Pastor Olusegun, Evangelist Olusegun. And then it was the church helped me with some payments of the school fees. I can't remember, maybe it was I think it was not the beginning, it was along the line. I think it was second semester of my ND. I think it was second semester, because I couldn't pay then. I can't remember what happened. So I was looking for a job. So I looked for a job around Jabugbo, I couldn't find. First of all, I went to a poultry where I had to pack sheets with what's it called, the feces of, was it a cow or hen or something. So feces I had to pack with my hand, and I became sick. I felt sick the following day. I was not feeling myself. I didn't go again. Then I kept on looking. Then I was able to find one after searching. I was able to find what's it called, Abafem. Abafem was what I found, and I was working Abafem. One of the things I love about the place, and this is my age 16, 17. Yes, because I've started school already. I've started by the Polytechnic, ND, and then I was working in Abafem, 5,000 per month. So I drink a lot of Gary. That's what I lived on Gary, and then I barely eat proper food. So what I do is that I go to, in my church, I have people who they like me a lot because I'm very likable. I go to the house, tell them to clean the house and do it, so they'll give me food, to survive, for the week or for the day. So I do that. So the Abafem work is morning and night. It's a shift. This week you're going to do morning, the following week you do night. So anytime I'm doing night, that's when I go to clean people's house in church, and then they give me food, or sometimes some little money. So especially shout out to Sister Sumbo. That woman helped me a lot. Thank you, Sister Sumbo, if you're able to see this. She was the one who took me like a son and made sure that even when she does not have food in the house, she will give me food. Food was a big problem, to me at that time, but she's always there for me. Then there's one auntie, I just crossed my head now, can't remember her name again, but this auntie helped me a lot as well. So in Abafem, I learned how to work on work with polythene machine. What we do in that factory is that we produce polythene nylon, small, what do you call it, small chops, Santana, but we do a lot of small chops. That's what we call it. All those small 1 naira or 2 naira nylon. We do a lot of that nylon. We also, that's that time there's ice block nylon. So we do a lot of ice block nylon, or ice water nylon. So we do a lot of that. So they put us on a table. The first day I came in, they put us on a table to be tying, learn how to tie the nylon. And my hand, even my finger cut. I have a cut on my finger because I was tying so much of the nylon throughout it. I'm going to be standing as well. So it was, oh my God, it was so horrible. The place is hot. It was so, the condition of working in that factory was terrible. But we have to do it. So I did it for about a year. Yeah, I think I did it for about a year. Yeah, it was about a year. Yeah, I think so. Then I now know how to operate machine. I learned I had to make friends with those guys that are able to operate machine, and then that helps you to be able to earn more. Maybe you earn like 7,000, 8,000. Well, as at that time, I'm talking about that 2002, 2001, 2000, 2001. 5,000 is a lot of money. So it helped me to buy some things, to do some things, and then that was life for me at that time. That was age 17. This is also a time when I met I think in my adult life, I was still like my first love adult love, Wumi. I was so in love with Wumi at that time. Me Olatunde, if you are seeing this, it was a great time we had then. So it was crazy. That was my age 17. I've told about my age 9 or age 8 to 15, 16, secondary school life, you know. Now I've come into my 17 to 19. So my age 18 to 19, I work in Fandok. So and now I can operate machine. So I there was a woman in our church who her husband owns a what's it called, a factory. She owns a factory, Fandok. And then I spoke to her. I kept on speaking to her that I want to be in their company. So I will go. I will persist and persist to join. Why? Because now I can operate machine. So that will make me to earn like it's 9,000 to 10,000 because I can now operate machine. So if I can repair machine, I'll be earning like 12,000. So what I was doing was that I was already learning how to repair machine before I left Abafem. I can't remember what made me leave Abafem. I can't remember. I think it was because I got a job in Fandok. I think so, because I was always looking for a way to enter Fandok, because I know that the salary will increase, but it's not increase in Abafem, because that was where I learned how to use the machine. And using the machine is a big deal at that time. If you're able to use machine, it's a lot. So I worked in Fandok. It was one of the days when I was working in Fandok. I was doing my final exam in school, and I was reading. I was tired. I was working as well at the same time. That machine caught my fingers, and if you look at it here, you can see the mark. See, thank God that it didn't cut it down, but it cut it. And then that night was crazy. They took me to an hospital. They were asking for, I think, deposit or something. Somebody. So we called the CEO. They said they should admit me, that they would send them money or something. I can't remember how they did it, but the blood was gushing and all that. So they treated me, cleaned it, washed it, stitched it, but I don't know what they did. They didn't do it well. So this finger cannot move like this one now. Up to now, I can't, But I'm just so happy that he's able to still do everything that I want to use it for. There's nothing, especially I play bass guitar in church. So I'm happy that I'm able to still play that bass guitar because I love it a lot. So it does everything I wanted to do. So that was what was happening in my age 17 to 19. So I graduated, I finished school, and then it was time to do the next thing. So my friend, what was it called? I was in the Jabubu. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was just still working. Yeah, I think so. And then my friend Simbo Aliu was one that called me. He called me, or he came to, I think he called. I can't remember. I think he called, or he came to Jabubu to say, hey, I've gotten a job in an insurance company in Lagos. They don't require certificates or anything. It's marketing. You just come. If you can sell, they will teach you how to sell insurance products. I don't know anything about insurance. I've not heard it before. If you can come, they are good. This one, that one. Just come and see how it goes. I said, okay, no problem. I'll come. So I packed my things. You see, they gave them complimentary card. But that actually got me. That they gave you guys complimentary card without you paying them anything, just for free. So yes, wow, I want to see that. So I took back my things and I went to Lagos. So my mom at that time had already started staying in a one room, left the uncompleted building, moved to a one room, and through Abaedi, an agent who my mom was trying to work for. My mom she was searching for a job, and she saw a vacancy for a secretary, and became the secretary of the man. I think the man paid her 12,000 a month or so, and then from there the man wanted to say he wanted to marry her as a second or third wife, or something. Third wife or second wife. The man is late now. My mom, she's late. So the man said I will give you a room. My mom, out of desperation, needed to leave the uncompleted building. Said, if that's the condition, don't worry. Easy to marry you, no problem. And she moved into that man's house in Sholu, Bagada, Lagos. And my mom and my sister were staying there. And then my mom, I think I called her, so she told me where to come and meet her, and I met her in the house. I was not staying in the house with them. From there, I was going to the insurance company. I went for the interview. The first interview, the man I met, Mr. Philip, I don't know what happened that day. Maybe he was busy. He was the first person I saw, Mr. Philip. But I wouldn't have liked my insurance career if I had joined that man's team. So thank God, I joined Mr. Inimejo. So Mr. Inimejo is not just a trainer. Mr. Philip, sorry if you are saying this. Yeah, I like you. Just that, Major is somebody I like. I like him better. No hard feelings, sir. So Mr. Philip is a very good guy itself, but I like the charisma, the fire in Mr. Major. So in Gold Insurance PLC, K2, was it K2? No. We was in K2, yes. It was in K2. That was where we were at that time. Before we moved to the branch was moved to Anthony. I think it was Anthony. So we're in K2 for many years. That's why we were learning how to sell insurance. I remember my friend, shout out to you, Tom Godwin. That was the first person that I saw that came, to the company, and he was given his commission slip, and I saw him earn, I think it was 50,000 naira commission, or 30,000 naira at that time. 30,000 naira commission, selling insurance policies. I was inspired. I was fired up. So I saw him, a very wonderful, good guy as well. Tom Godwin, shout out to you. I saw other people as well earning commission. I said, I can do this. So Mr. Major, shout out to you, sir. You were the one that trained me to be able to sell, really sell, like real selling now. How to talk to people, how to, for 1 week, Mr. Major was training me. I go to the office every day. They give us biscuits, cracker biscuits, 2 cracker biscuits, and give us Lipton tea. And shout out to you, Auntie Taiwo. And Taiwo was awesome. Hospitality. She helped in that area. So we're going to learn every day. I think for 2 weeks. It was 1 week daily. It was intense. It was immersed. It was back to back. So Mr. Major will teach and will write, will dictate, will write. He will teach from morning from about 10 a.m. to about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. I'll go home. I'll be so exhausted. You have to go the following day as well. So they gave me my complimentary card. I saw my name on a card for the first time. I was so happy. What else they give me? I can't remember. I think it was just that. I have to dress corporate. I can remember there was a day that I think it was the following week. I came to the office. We were supposed to have meetings. We have meetings every Tuesday. Came to the office and I wore, I think it was a slippers I wore. I think I wore a polo. I didn't tuck in. I was just so discouraged. I was overwhelmed with the whole thing. And it was Mr. Major that encouraged me again and said, hey, you have to keep going. This is life. You have to be strong, blah, blah, blah. So I did that from age 19. That was when I started my insurance career. At age 19, I was there 19, 20, 21, 22. It was in 2016, 2006. It was 2004 that I started Gold Insurance PLC. 2006, 2005, I made a lot of money. I was able to save about 150,000 naira with Mr. Major. I remember in 2005, I had a lot of, it was a time the sales was not coming. but later the sales started coming. 2005, I remember I used to go to Christ Church then to pray, and it helped me a lot to sell insurance. In 2005, I sold a lot. I was always bringing businesses every week at a time. Then in 2006, so I think it was in October 2006, the sales stopped. No, it didn't stop. I was sick. 2006. I don't know, the sickness, I'm feeling weak, tired, all kinds of things be happening to me, you know. I'll just not know what to do in me. I'll go to the hospital, use medicine. I will not just be feeling myself, you know. Heat, internal heats, rashes all over the body. I see something is moving all over the body. I see my head is doing bang, 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 and all kinds of things were just happening to me in my health at that time. It was crazy. So that sickness went on like that till, can you imagine, till 2014. Let's count. 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 8 years. 9 years. That's about a decade. Yes. Because it was in 2015 that I can see that the thing really just disappeared. So so all those time was really, a very dark season of my life. I was going from hospital to hospital, going from even Babalawo to Babalawo, going from afar to afar, going from Kerubu to Kerubu, carrying sacrifice, doing all kinds of things, anything. I was still a church boy, even a pastor self, preaching in church, but I was sick and I was begging God to just remove the life because I was tired. I spent a lot of money, my own money, other people's money. Nothing was still working. So something happened. I remember that in 2012, 2011, I think 2011 August or so, I went to MFM. And I prayed for 1 week. 1 week. It's like 1 week. I started on Monday to Friday, just praying. So that time when part of the sickness is that when I eat, I don't get filled. So I started getting a little bit filled when I came back from that prayer. But I was so angry with the fact that I prayed too much than I expected to pray. And then I said I'm not going to pray again. So I was the one, my prayer life was what was holding my mom. My mom was pregnant then, met a man who wanted a baby by all means. My mom was 42 years old, really wanted to have a baby for the man. But she died in the process. Trying to have the baby. She and the baby died. I was not so strong spiritually like I am today. It should have been a different story today. But that was what happened between my age. That's how many years now? Age 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I was at 27 when the sickness began to leave me alone. So in 2014, I saw OrganoGold, came across OrganoGold products, and it helped me a lot, to just, restore my body system. And then it also, it made my teeth very black because the coffee was strong, but it worked. So that was it. up to age 27. So I like to believe that I'm still age 27 right now. Although I'm age 40, but in my mind, age 27. So I think I'm going to stop there for now. I need to go for now. So I will continue another time. Yeah. I hope you got something from this. See you soon. Bye. Where do you add this thing again? Okay. Been a while I went live.